I'm Rumbi,
I'm Hillary.
and this is the story time of how we met. So, let me start with giving you a bit of background of how I met this handsome fella. So we met when I was 25, right? And how old are you?
25, you're 26.
No, I was technically I was 25. So we met when I was 25, and let me just. How old were you, babe?
28.
So let me just give you a bit of background of where I was in my life when we met. So I am a Christian, but at that time I was really struggling with my faith. And, I really wasn't in this headspace of looking for a partner, a boyfriend, no less talking about like a potential husband. So, I was really like working on myself, investing in myself. And I thought a lot about, the Proverbs 31 woman. And that's the kind of woman I wanted to be. And that's what I was aspiring to be. So when we met, my mind was not even in the mindset of, okay, I'm looking for a relationship. So it was really interesting how we met. So I had gone on holiday to Nigeria. I'm not Nigerian, but I gone on holiday to Nigeria, and we were at like a house party, but it was random. It was like a kids' house party, and we were at this house party, and the people that were there, I'd heard a lot about this guy Hillary. Like they used to call him Junior, right?
Yeah.
So for like weeks before or days before, I was just hearing Junior's so funny, he's so this, he's so. I was like, oh, so this guy is gonna be like the turn up guy. It's gonna be really, really fun. So I was really excited to meet him. Now bear in mind, the reason that we have a bit of conflict about how old I was when we met is because I was 25 and the party happened the day before my birthday, my 26th birthday. So technically I was still a young flower in my father's garden, and he came to pluck me from my father's garden.
Such a beautiful flower.
I was a beautiful flower. Thank you, babe.
You still are, baby.
Thank you, love. That's really sweet. So yeah, so we're at this house party. I've been hearing all this stuff about this guy, and so I'm downstairs. So it was like a 2-floor house kind of thing. So I'm downstairs in the garden, sitting, having a drink, chatting with everyone. And I hear, oh, Junior's coming. And I'm like, oh, I can't wait to meet this guy. It's going to be jokes. Bear in mind, my mind, I'm in like holiday mode. I'm there to have fun. I'm really excited.
Oh.
So, lo and behold, Junior turns around the corner and I see him. And I'm like, okay, Junior, cool. I'm excited to meet you. At that point, I used to be so gassed over everything. I was excited about all new experiences. Whenever I traveled, I always wanted to be immersed in the culture, meet the people. So I was really excited to meet a new person and make new friends. So I see Hillary. Okay, what was it before until the point where we actually saw each other?
Yeah, before then, for me, it was just me finishing university. And I was managing a family shop in Akwa Ibom, which is where I am from originally. Then I heard my cousin was coming to Nigeria from the UK, and I was supposed to meet up with him. So I went to Lagos, hoping to just see my cousin and have a good time as usual. And then I saw Rumbi come up with a group of guys with my cousin. So I thought she was like maybe the girlfriend of one of the guys that came around. So it didn't really bother me because I was, just there to have fun with my cousin. Until, I saw Rumbi tall, pretty, always, just very active and smiling and laughing and talking a lot. I was like, who is this person? So I was basically just minding my own business and talking to the rest of the guys, and she was so interested in whatever I wanted to say. I didn't know they heard a lot about me, and I didn't know I was that funny as well.
Yeah, I was really excited to meet you. So basically, we're all sitting in this like garden area.
Yeah.
And bear in mind, it's in Lagos in October, and it's starting to get dark.
Yeah.
So we're sitting next to each other, and I'm just like asking him questions, trying to get to know more about him. And then I had heard that he was a musician. So I was asking him, like, do you make music? And he was rude. He was so rude. I was asking, like, oh, do you make music? What kind of things do you do? He's like, yeah, I make music. I was like, what kind of music do you make? And he's like, what did you say?
I make sound with my mouth.
He said I make sound with my mouth. I was like,
No, it
okay.
was, do you make music? Then I was like, no, I make sound with my mouth.
Can you imagine? I was just like, okay, I don't know where to take this conversation from here, but cool. So we just started to get to know each other, and I was really into photography at the time, and I had my DRL camera. So we started talking about the camera and taking photos, and he was really interested in the photography.
Yeah.
So he borrowed my camera and was going around taking pictures of people and whatnot, and we just kind of got to know each other through like showing him how to use the camera, how to do the different shots.
Yeah.
And bear in mind, like it's Lagos, it's October, and we were getting eaten by mosquitoes. But
You were getting
I
eaten
was
by
getting eaten by mosquitoes.
I'm used to the mosquitoes.
But we were just like laughing and talking and like playing with the camera, going around people and playing with the camera. Funny story is that at the time he actually thought that I was pretending to be from the UK.
Yeah, because I felt like your accent, you were just making it up. I was like, why does she have to do that? Because she's come from the UK. So that made me, I wasn't even really interested when I saw her. I was like, she's just showing off.
So first of all, you thought I was someone else's girlfriend.
Yeah.
And then second of all, you thought I was putting on my accent.
Yeah.
So I must have looked like some next Johnny Just Come at this house party trying to talk to everyone because I was so excited. This was like my first kind of party in Lagos, and I was really happy to be there and be in the environment and whatever. So the night progresses, we're taking photos, we're drinking, we're getting to know people around the party. So it was a child's birthday party, and then it was coming to the end of the evening. But it was like, what, 9-10 o'clock? And I'm like, oh no, we can't go home because it's my birthday in a few hours.
Yeah.
And I really want us to celebrate. So the guy one of the people that I had gone to Nigeria with was like, okay, cool, let's go out. And I was like, oh, I was so excited. So his brother had brought some stuff from the UK to Nigeria to give to his family.
Yeah.
So he was carrying this heavy bag. It was absolutely massive. It was like a Ghana must go bag. No wheels. It wasn't a suitcase. Nothing.
It's just on my shoulder.
And this guy is carrying this, and he's still like talking to me, and we're having a good time. And I was like, this guy is really, really sweet. Okay, so we got into what was that thing called?
Danfo.
Yeah, so we got into the Danfo, and I am so excited. It's like I've never been in one. For my Zimbabwean people, the Danfo is like a combi. So we're in this combi Danfo thing, and we're talking, and then he puts his arm around me, and I'm like, oh, okay, okay. So I just go with the flow. I'm like, whatever, like, I'm cute, he's cute. Okay, let's just go with the flow. And we're talking and we're laughing. And at that point, you kind of saw that I was being myself.
Yeah, you kind of relaxed a little bit.
Which was really funny. So we got to the house that he was staying at, dropped off the stuff, and I had my first taste of Lagos street food. Oh my God. It was so good. It was just something really plain.
Bread and egg.
But it was so tasty. I wish that guy can come and cater for our weddings. It was so nice. I was so excited. So me being a gas tourist, I'm taking pictures of the guy in the middle of the night. This is now like 11:30 at night. I'm taking pictures of the guy. And I had, obviously it was him, the guy that I came to Nigeria with, and a bunch of their cousins and friends. So I was just me, girl, with all these guys. Cool, fine. So we end up walking to this like bar place. It was really dead. Was it like a Thursday or?
Yeah, I think we went there quite late. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we went to this bar with all of the guys and me, and obviously we were still talking because we really got along. Of course, I was talking to other guys as well, but we had really gotten along. And then we're at this bar, and they're playing the worst music. They were just like, you know, the kind of music they start to play when they're ready to kick people out of the club. It was like that, but we were like, hell no, we're not going anywhere.
And we kept buying drinks.
We kept buying drinks. We had a table. Everyone was leaving, but we were just there.
They saw. They just noticed we were not ready to leave.
We were not ready to leave. I was having a really good time. So we're dancing in the club, and then the guys are kind of sitting by the table, and then I'm sitting with them, and then Hillary goes, "Oh, Ruby, come and sit with me," and I'm like, Okay. Okay. So I go over and I sit with him, right? And he's like, do you want to dance? I was like, sure, let's dance. So we're dancing, slow whining. The music is slowing down and we're slowing down. So we're just having a good time. And when your cheek brushes against someone else's cheek, and he's like, what did you say, babe?
Can I kiss you?
Oh, he asked if he could kiss me, and I was like, I don't know. And then he kissed me. So that was our first kiss. Can you imagine? But technically, it was the day after we met, because it was past midnight. Yeah. That's how I justify it. So basically, I was like, holiday fling, whatever. I get an Uber because we're staying in separate houses. I get an Uber, go home, and whatever. And he's like, oh, text me your number. Did I text him? I was like, no, I'm not going to text this guy. What the fuck? I mean, like, what the hell? So the next day, I'm like taking a shower, getting ready for the day, whatever. And the guy that we went to Nigeria with, which is his cousin, comes to me and says, oh, Hillary wants your number. Or I gave Hillary your number. And I was just like, whatever. It's just like a holiday thing. It's not going to go anywhere. So we started talking a lot. And we decided to meet up.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided to meet up, and because I wanted to go shopping, so we went to Oshodi Market to look around. We looked around. It was really nice. It was really, really hot.
Very hot.
But at the market, he was so sweet. I've got a sneeze coming. He was so sweet, so supportive. My mum wanted to get some fabric, and he literally went around the entire market with me. In the middle of the day, it was burning hot. He was carrying my handbag. He was like talking to the market traders, because as soon as they heard my accent, they were like, prices were like ×5. It was hilarious. So he was talking to all the market traders, taking really, really good care of me. And I was like, oh, this guy is actually really, really sweet. And no, I go back home.
Yeah, we went there with my cousin's wife.
Yeah. So that's another funny story.
Yeah.
So I go to where he is, right, for us to go to the market together. And I see this other woman, and I'm like, is that his girlfriend? They were so friendly, right? And I'm like, why would he invite me and be texting me and calling me if he's going to take me to the market with his girlfriend? So I was just like, you know what? Go to the market, buy what you need to buy, and let it be that. But when we're at the market, he's holding my hand, he's carrying my bag, and this woman is there smiling really, really friendly to me. So I was really confused. So I was just like, is he joking? Does she know that we kissed? Maybe she doesn't. But anyway, I was just like, just buy whatever you need to buy and go. So I bought the stuff, I went away, and we met up again a few days later. We kind of hung out, and I was going to another part of Nigeria, to Abuja.
Yeah.
For a couple of days, and we kind of hung out. We went to get some food. He took me to the airport, and that was that. So all this time, like, bear in mind, I've never been to Nigeria before. I don't know anyone in Nigeria. So the guys that I went with, his cousin's family, must have been thinking, where is this girl going? She's getting Uber up and down by herself in a strange city. She doesn't know anyone.
Yeah.
But they didn't really say anything at the time. But I'm sure they must have been thinking, like, what is she doing? But they kind of knew that I was with him.
Yeah.
So they trusted that. So fast forward, come back from Abuja. Actually, when we're in Abuja, really funny story. Actually, I'll tell you the Abuja story another time.
Yeah.
Another time. But when we were in Abuja, he called me and he told me that he loved me. Bear in mind, this is like 4 or 5 days after we met. He's telling me he loves me. I was like, oh, here we go. You know, like some African men say, I love you, my baby, whatever. So I was like, it was so corny when I heard it. I was just like, no. This is not it. Like, I'm done. I was just like, oh, that's nice. Thank you. Thank you. I was like, okay, cool. So I went back to Lagos. Now I'm getting ready to come back to the UK. And we spent more time together. I was supposed to get a lift to the airport, but the person that was supposed to take me to the airport called me and said they can't take me anymore. So I told her, like, I had a friend in Nigeria who went to pick up my suitcase while I was with you at the house that you were staying in. So we spent my last day in Nigeria together. And yeah, we said goodbye. At that point, I really didn't know what was going to happen in our relationship.
Neither did I.
It was kind of like, oh, that was a nice kind of fling, and let's just leave it at that. So me being me, I was so excited. Of course, me wanting adventure and stuff like that. I took a long, what's it called, layover in Amsterdam. So I'm in Amsterdam doing what you do when you're in Amsterdam, and all I can think about is this guy, and I'm just like trying to like WhatsApp him and call him and talking and stuff like that. So we kept on talking.
Yeah, we did.
From then, and I moved back home. I was living in London, in Richmond at the time. We kept talking. I went through a really tough time with my job, and I was really like kind of crushed because I was made redundant at that time, and I was so devastated because I don't know if anyone has ever made redundant before, but it's such an awkward place to be in. You kind of start to blame yourself. You think about your performance at work, and you start to doubt yourself, like, oh, can I get another job and all this stuff. And throughout all of this, he's the person I told everything to, and he was so supportive, like literally on the phone to me crying for hours. We would spend on the phone, WhatsApp cutting connection, call back, stay on the phone, talk. And we used to do the cutest thing. We used to
watch movies together.
So we would like time it.
And
so it starts at exactly the same second. And he'd be on the phone watching the film and I'll be watching on the TV. And that's how we kind of kept the relationship going, talking to each other on the daily. So it got to a point where we're like, I don't know, a few months into the relationship, and we're both Christian, and we had talked about commitment at the very beginning, and we knew that when he said it, like, oh, I want to go into this to think about committed relationship, but I was just kind of like, yeah, whatever, if you say so. But then it got to a point where we were starting to think, okay, where are we going with this? Because we're a few months in, and we kind of didn't want to keep wasting each other's time. So we made the decision that one of us has to move in order for us to stay together. And so I was initially planning to go to Nigeria, but the situation was really difficult because I had just, restarted my career. I have a lot of like health conditions that would make it difficult for me to relocate without that support. So we made the decision that he should come here. So fast forward a couple more months and he comes here, and we're staying together in Birmingham, and then we moved to London. And then after moving to London, we had like a housewarming party at our apartment that we're living in London. And my parents came, which was really, really nice.
Yeah.
But it was after my parents came that I had this conversation with my mum. And she's like, it's really great that you're in this relationship. This guy seems like a really nice guy. But culturally, you should honor our culture and get married traditionally for you guys to continue to stay together. Because he was doing things like coming over to my parents' house for Christmas and stuff like that. So we really needed to make it respect the culture and do it that way. So we had our traditional wedding on the 20th of October in 2018.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. It was so beautiful.
It was good.
It was really, really good. We can talk about that part another time. And then it was really good, but it was also really stressful. Really stressful. And, we wanted to honor our love.
Yeah.
So we decided that we did the cultural part. We're going to do the religious part. Let's do something that's just for us, that just focuses on us. So I told my mom that, Mom, we're going to elope. And she was like, what? I was like, no, you can't come, Mom. I just want it to be me and him. And obviously, if you start inviting your mom, you have to invite your dad, you have to invite your brothers, you have to invite your brother's wife, you have to invite your aunt. And it was just too much. We were like, no. It was a very difficult decision to make, but it was the right decision for us at the time. So we eloped to this exotic place called Birmingham.
Solihull.
Solihull, Birmingham. It was amazing. It was a beautiful day. I really enjoyed it. I had my best friend.
It was cold.
With me.
Very cold.
It was very cold, but it was a beautiful day. That's the purpose of the day. It was a lovely day. And now we're at the point where we're thinking about the religious ceremony, which is coming up on the 12th of June, 2021. And we're at a point in our lives where things are going really, really well. Things are starting to fall into place. And we're really excited for the wedding. And we're so excited to see you guys there as well.
Yes, we are.
And that is the story of how we met.
Hope it inspires people out there, and inspires you to take the adventure and enjoy the adventure as well.
Yeah, because it has been an adventure.
It's been an adventure, trust
It's
me.
been a whole. We need to do like a Kitchen Chronicles about marriage because you know easy, oh.
Yes.
But it's
Alright,
lovely.
guys.
It's nice.
We love you.
Thank
See
you.
you on the 12th. Be there.
Bye.
2021. Bye.